It's Ronnie. I'm sure I look like ass. Parental Advisory, adult language, and telling the truth about my AO with COVID. I'll go and I want to make this under 15 minutes, but I'm going to tell you the truth, okay? So, parental advisory, but it's the truth. Your kids, if they're in shape and not 8 billion pounds, but I know there's a lot of kids that sit around and weigh double what they're supposed to and stuff pancakes in their face and then do nothing but sit and play video games. But I don't have any kids, so I don't care about that. But here's the kicker. Parental advisory, I'm going to use my language as I am talking to a friend that's been kind of whacked by COVID. That's whacked and beat it. And I've been whacked and beat it. So if you want smooth, in public I don't talk this way. This is between two close friends that have been through the same shit, like me and you, okay? This is my AO. Number one, bunny ears. -1. Fuck COVID. I fucking win. I went back to work today. Yeah, I'm dragging. I'm at like 70%. Tested positive for COVID 3 fucking times in 14 days. The shit would not leave me alone. But I said, I made videos. Come get me or kick my ass. Well, here's what happened. And I'm having a cigarette. And I'm drug out. I worked 8.5 hours today, first day back to work, and very, very busy because I hadn't been at work for 2.5 weeks and getting everything figured out. But I have to be like, I gotta like stay outside in my truck. It's cool. Because of COVID's between two plants and one's got a bunch where I got it, maybe, and not just Debbie, okay, it's a joke, Debbie gave me fucking COVID, that was over in one, fuck, I ain't vaccinated, everybody, if you're vaccinated, you're still gonna end up getting fucking COVID, that's the end of the story, alright, now, but here's the cool part. I got my ass beat. I made a few fucking videos. That's it. I made a few fucking videos. Debbie. Fuck. I'll just tell her why. Debbie's cool shit. She's 67. She's like 5'4" and like 240 pounds. And she works her ass off every day. Fucking running the forklift, loading trucks in and out. And actually, yeah, and she moves boxes and gets off and does shit. She just don't sit on her ass on the forklift. And she got COVID a day or two before I got it, before I got sick. And I just made a joke, well, Debbie gave me COVID. Fuck, yeah, it was in the plant on their end already. But Debbie fucking knew her shit. Now, Debbie's opposite of me, okay? She has underlying conditions. You know, she's a little chunky, but she works her ass off. She's in shape, but she has other underlying conditions too. She's 67 years old. I'm 57, and I'm solid as a rock until right now. But when she tested positive for COVID, she kicked its ass for 3 days, and then she started going backwards, and she knew it right away. She paid attention to her body stuff, and she went, and I thought she'd been vaccinated, but she never had. But when she went backwards, she went directly to the hospital and got they asked if I got the serum shot with antibodies to help you, which is the normal way if you're losing, get the antibiotic shots, or I don't know exactly how to do it because I ain't going to do none of that. But yeah, and Debbie got that because she knew she was starting to lose a little bit. And she got that serum, magic serum, which I'll tell you about in a minute, which I don't trust, because I've never had a flu shot in my life, and I'm going to beat it myself unless I'm losing. But I wasn't losing. I was getting my butt kicked some, but I ain't losing. But Debbie went to the hospital, got the shot. She was back at work last week. Okay? I don't know if she got tested for COVID again to make sure, but I don't care because I'm around her. Me and her are the only one that see each other basically about anybody else because we always have to work at European warehouse. So, now she's cool. She knew her point and her limit, and when something wasn't right, she went to the hospital, boom, didn't wait. Yeah, and she's 67 years old, I believe, and yeah, she's a tough son bitch like me. She's no farm lady. Okay. Beyond that, from my last video, she's alright. She's doing fine, kicking butt. That serum, whatever, she only missed like 4 or 5 days. I won't touch none of that. I have to do it naturally because I'm solid, strong. Oh, I got underlying conditions. Well, doctors say I have a freaking, I got a blocked artery in this whole artery is blocked. I have a stent in my heart, blah, blah, and I'm going to die. Bunny ears -1 to the doctors. Fuck you. I knew if I'm winning or losing. But here's parental advisory. Here's what happened to me. I got to go back to my last video. Debbie's kicking ass, no problem. But the serum they shoot up with you with the antibodies. They say it's antibodies against COVID. It's synthetic antibodies. It's not your own human or from other humans, okay? It's not from humans. It's a synthetic antibiotic. Antibody to attack. I know I won't touch them. I won't even get a flu shot. I never had a flu shot or nothing. Let it kick my ass if I'm close to going down. This way, then, all right. I'll go to the hospital and get everything they got because I want to live to see tomorrow. But I'm going to fight the shit till I know I'm losing. She knew she was kicking her butt, and she went. But there's the frickin' serum or whatever they call it, wherever. The antibodies and get injected antibodies. They're synthetic antibodies. They're not human natural antibodies. Synthetic don't work in this human body whatsoever unless I have to, and I'm boom. Okay, but now here's the kicker. Oh yeah, I'm having cigarette. I'm drug out, tired. I made it 8.5 hours. Oh yeah, then my smoke goes out. Yeah, it's gonna kill you too. I made it through the day. From the minute I got up in the morning until I got home and I'm still awake, it's been 15 hours. And I made 8.5 hours at work. And I haven't actually in the last, until I came to work, and then, this is Wednesday, I haven't been awake more than 8 hours in a 24-hour period because my body said you need to sleep. You gotta sleep. And then you gotta get up and move. Okay. Alright, we got that all covered. I'm good. I'm totally negative. 2 different tests for COVID now. No fever. My normal body temperature is like 96.7. 6 to 97, that's it. And I had, COVID gave me a fever for, what is it? Yeah, about 16 days. But no, nothing. I'm letting my body fight this shit off. I said, let's come out and play. If I lose, I'll get help. I'm going to show you some secrets. Only my shit only. If you think you're strong enough, you can take it. But you got to know your limit, all right? I know my limit of breaking and having to go to a doctor or a hospital. Yeah, I know I'm jumping around. I'm kind of tired. I've been up at like 16 hours, 17 hours, and I worked 8.5, and I'm still going. But I'm at like 70%. And I lost 9 freaking pounds. My arms aren't blue anymore. If you can see that, I can't tell you. My forearms and stuff ain't blue anymore. But yeah, scrawny, roddy little arms. Look how wide they are now. Not much. I lost 8 to 9 pounds from me fighting that shit off. And I ain't gonna lose. I'm not gonna use any. I said, if I need help, I got a stent in my heart. I never had a heart attack. If I felt something wasn't correct, I got checked out. And if I need help, I'll get it. You know, you need some body, you need some maintenance. I'm gonna beat this shit, just like I did. SARS just wiped me out when I was 24 years old. Well, no, it was SARS was in 2003. H1N1, 1988, right into 89. Around Christmas time, that's what, they didn't have any nothing, and it didn't even hardly knew it existed. The swine flu. Remember that, you old fuckers? That swine flu. I was 24 years old, and put me in bed for 3 days straight and kicked my ass. Tried to. I had 103 fever back then. My normal body temp's 96.7. And I had 2 ladies help me out. I've never missed work before then, hardly ever. And I've never been, sick except from being dead. I've never been sick in it. 3 days. Got out of bed, got in a cold tub of water, or when I was freezing to death, then I got out of bed and got in a warm tub of water to keep the fever in check. I said, that's like 104 fever for a normal human. 3 days and a half, and then the fever broke and I could move. And the ladies that helped me out, Jenny and Diana, never ever got sick. Never even got sick. That was the worst hit I ever had of, wow, I'm this close to going to a hospital. Except for being broken and smashed by semis and shit that hit me, and I had to go put together. But just from like a virus or something, that H1N1 when I was 24. And I was solid and kicked my butt for 3.5 days, and I refused to lose. And then fever broke, bang, and one day I was better and slow moving and lost a lot of weight back then. Same as now. But this drug on 14 fucking days. It didn't hit me as hard. I had never been laid in bed and had to crawl in the tub and cool my ass off. I was close this last weekend, because my temp was up to 100, 101 and shit from, when I said bring it on, kick my ass, get what you got, because it's pussyfooting and hitting me and knocking me, and boom. And I'm going to tell you the truth. All right, Saturday, I said this last weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday is unbelievable. I got hit Saturday and Sunday and into Monday harder than I got hit by COVID for the previous 14 days. But I opened my mouth. I said, come on, I'm tired of this back and forth bullshit, because it's just enough to drag me out and got retested, think, oh, fuck no, and then whack me again. Saturday, I mentioned in my other video, I went down. It wasn't outside. I was walking around outside, okay? You never fucking quit. You got to get up. Saturday, I got up like 2 in the afternoon after sleeping like 14, 15, 20 hours straight. I don't keep count. I got to get up and eat, and ate some toast, and I got to get outside, and it was like 48 degrees, and I got to move. And I got up, put on some clothes, made myself move, walk around just my house. And, on the grass where it's safe. But I'd never had no really, just a little bit of dizzy spells. Nothing major, nothing to worry about. Just pay attention and walk, and the wind's blowing like 30 miles an hour. And I'm walking around the house, and I ain't working on nothing because I know better than that. Because I didn't have enough energy, but just get out and move, get sunshine. And it was like I said, 48, 50 degrees. Walking around, I tried to make like 6 laps. And it's not that far, 200 feet by 200 feet by 40 feet. And where it's safe, just in case. I was had in the back of my mind. And then while I'm walking past the garage, I heard, I'm like, fuck, you gotta be kidding me. I left my big air compressor on. That's 240 volts. That takes a lot of electricity. But it seeps down. And the last thing I did before I got really sick was I was working on a Kia. I got the video where I got it up, and I'm pulling the transmission out. It's still there. It's been waiting 2 weeks. Wow, it set me back. But I heard okay, I got to turn that off. So I walk in the garage, just casual and careful. There's no other vehicles. The Lincoln's outside and the blue pickup. And I got to walk through a space, like the width of this chair. 1.5 feet for 6 feet to get to the corner where the air compressor's at. And there is, and it's running, it costs electricity. And I ain't making no money. I'm losing money. I'm burning vacation days because I'm sick. So I'm like, I got to turn the damn thing off. And I'm just, taking my time. And I have, like I said, a 1.5 foot wide trail for 6 feet. And I got a stack of boxes full of parts and open parts and crankshafts all right along the little trail to turn off the compressor. Right? I was being careful, and I got through my little trail, but it's 1.5 foot wide, but it's only 6 feet long, and there's the wall on one side and well, if you see my videos, you'll understand. You go back and look, you'll see more. I'll show you when I make my next one, when I'm working on a Kia. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get after that. I don't have enough energy tonight yet. But I went, just turned the compressor off, taking my time, and I turned the knob off, made sure the valves were shut off, and apparently I spun around a little too fast and everything went like that. But actually it went ass backwards. It went like this and then backwards. In like a split frickin' second it hit. And I'm like, shit, I'm falling over backwards. So I moved my feet to catch my balance, but I was moving backwards. I was out of balance, kicking, I'm like, okay. Motocross racer, all this stuff, to keep her. I move my feet backwards, 1 foot, one leg, and hit the freaking big 3 foot deep pile of boxes and parts and weed eaters and motorcycle stuff, and all in that 10 by 10 foot area. My foot hit and I couldn't back up anymore, and I just went backwards like this. I'm like, shit, I'm going down. But I wasn't going down flat on my back because I didn't know what I was going to land on. And there's some boxes and parts and stuff. So I got rolled over my side as I went down, and I had a Dickies, canvas jacket on. And I went down. I'm like, fuck, I'm going down. I know I'm going down. Now I got to make sure I don't get fucked up real bad. So I rolled sideways like this. And yeah, right between all this shit, I was buried in 2 feet of stuff, backwards. I got a giant bruise right here. I got another giant bruise right here. I got a big bruise back here somewhere, but all right, it's good. But yeah, I went down. That was Saturday. I went down like, fuck. Now, all right, you're down. I got to get out of this. I was wrapped around between collapsed boxes and weed eaters and motorcycle parts and Ranger fucking engine parts. And I know my feet were close. And yeah, and that shit will freak you out. So I got my feet against a 4x4 post that holds up the upper level where I store stuff. After I laid there like, a minute, like, ooh, yeah, that hurt. That's going to leave some marks. But hey, I'm all right and I'm moving. I hooked my toes, but I had shoes on, around the 4x4 that holds up the roof. Not the roof of the building, but just the extra layer I have for storage up top. And I got my toes hooked, and then I pulled my ass off the boxes into that 1.5 foot hole where I got, and then I had to roll over, and then I got a hold of the 4x4, and I got up. And here's the kicker. I went, wow, that was something. I'm either losing really bad or I'm winning. And here's the kicker. Okay? This is no bullshit. I got up. Yeah, I got bruised like a big dog, but nothing broken. Like, okay. So went in the house, chilled out, stayed awake as long as I could, and kept moving around the house, but hanging on to stuff just in case I went, ooh, backwards again. No problem. And, and then went to sleep. Yeah, I was probably up 6 hours. Then Sunday, I usually talk too fast, I guess. Yeah, you can say I'm still worn out. You know how fast I usually talk. Well, then Sunday, like 9 or 10 in the morning, after sleeping that one off, taking a shower and soaking in the hot water after getting beat, but hanging on to the sides of the shower just in case. Oh, it was good. I just came and went, like in 5 minutes, where I went, ooh. Got up Sunday morning. I said it took me like 45 minutes to make pancakes, which would take me about 5 or 10, because then, and then, all right, well, I got to do a little laundry, and threw laundry in the washing machine, and just hung out, fell asleep in this chair right here in front of my laptop. Oh, I got to show you that. I got to explain that later. That's Chinese, wonderful people, not communist Chinese people. And that's people that are hurt. I know how to fix, because I've been broken that way. We'll get into that one next time. Yeah, but that's from like 6 years ago. Yeah, I'm like, okay, doing laundry. The washing machine got done, and I said, no, always turn off the, and then respin it, because that's some jeans. Yeah, and while after I ate my pancakes, and I wasn't feeling terrific at all, but just paying attention, and I'm like, woo. I'm going to tell you a secret why I was paying attention, but it got me again. I freaking was taking top load laundry out, putting in the front door dryer where you gotta bend up and down, right? Take it out and then throw it in the door. I've done 1,000,000 times. I've been here with that set up for 32 years. Got half the laundry out, put it in the dryer, made sure the filter was all clean and everything beforehand. No, the last chunk of laundry I threw in the dryer, all of a sudden, Sunday, the next day, ooh, like, fuck, I'm going down again. But at least I wasn't going, I was going backwards at first, and then ended up going forwards. I reached for the dryer and the washer, and this is no bullshit. I went down head first in the dryer, but I could see the hole because I had one of my hands of laundry and put it in the dryer. So I just ducked and kaboom! Head first right in the hole, perfect, of the dryer. Never touched my head or nothing. Banged my shoulder a little bit. But I knew it was, yeah, I ended up head first in the dryer with the laundry, with one arm of laundry through that hole, and my arm blocked, and not any bruises. I went, yeah, and I sat there for probably 30 seconds, went, fuck, you son of a bitches. What in the fuck? This just ain't COVID. This is fucking evil shit. This just ain't a virus. This is fucking evil. Because I've been around it before. Fucking took my time, got on my knees, squared up, got my head out of the dryer in my arm, barely a mark, and I went, fuck, I'm winning. Okay? I'm winning. I went, fuck. They're trying to kick my... They can't... And now I'm going to explain. That's when I knew I was winning. They kicked the shit out of me. Everything they could, everything the virus could do for 14 days. Here's the deal. If you have a war that's going back and forth and nobody's winning and nobody's losing, but it's a major war, basically it could be to the death. Like World War II, they change, if you know, the one that knows they're going to end up losing changes their point of attack, okay? Viruses do the same thing. Viruses will attack you constantly, but if it don't kill you, it'll change the way it attacks your body. It'll attack your body in one or two ways, just three, but you don't feel like you're winning whatsoever at times. But it knows it's losing, so then it goes to a different nervous system. And it, like you said, like in war, if you're doing shit like World War II, not with nukes and stuff now, but if you're doing the same thing over and nobody's winning, somebody's going to change their tactics to try to win. And that fight to the death, like in World War II, the Japanese or the Germans and the Americans, fuck you, nobody's going to give up. Well, somebody has to change their tactics. But usually the one that changes their tactics are the ones that are losing, because just fighting back and forth, they're losing too much already. And they're running out of stuff, so they got to change. That's what happened to me. That's what this fucking virus did. Pardon my language. The fucking virus, I was kicking the virus's ass, hanging even, and getting whacked, and when the fucker made me go down. I mentioned this. When the virus made me fall down and try to hurt myself, I knew I was fucking winning, because the virus couldn't take me out. So instead of taking care of my main body nervous system, it went up here and took my balance out. I knew my body was winning. And after I went head first in the fucking dryer Sunday, I went, fuck. All right, yeah, look. I never even got fucking a bruise virus. Fuck you, I'm winning. You're losing, you motherfuckers. I said, now come at me. Kick my ass with all you got, or go the fuck away. Pardon my finger. Exactly what I did, fucking sitting on the floor when I got my head out of the fucking dryer. Come on, fucker, that's all you got? I'm winning. You're changing your attack, and you still ain't kicking my ass. You can't fucking kill me. You can't hurt me. Any fucking more, you're about down to your last shit. You're trying to get my nervous system to hurt myself because you can't fucking hurt me. So fuck you, let's go play. Oh shit. After I made that video Sunday night, went to bed, I think it was like 10 o'clock. Monday morning, oh fuck. Major fever, 103 fucking degrees at 2 in the morning, sweating like a son of a bitch. And then just freeze my ass off again. And I didn't take anything. I said, fuck it, let's play, fuckers. And I was fucking just wiped out. Like 8 o'clock, a friend of mine, Todd, that I work with at work, he's a big wig, not any bigger than me. We work together. He called me, check on me. Hey, you coming? Because it was Monday then. You coming to work? You gonna make it work? Fuck, I'm trying, buddy. I'm doing my best right now. I'm fucked. And it was like 8 o'clock. I'm like, fuck. And I told him, I'm doing the best. Hope I'll get back this week. I said, otherwise, if not, I'll be in the hospital because I'm having a hell of a fucking bad weekend. 3 days, and they're trying to really pound my ass, and they're changing shit up, mommy. I'm doing the best I can. I'll be back. Okay, he said, take care. And I went potty, but didn't have diarrhea or nothing. And, I was just feeling like shit. And crawled right back in bed at like 8, 8:15, somewhere around there. Woke up at 2:30 in the afternoon. Sun was shining, but it was kind of chilly. I don't know. All I know is the sun was shining through the drapes a little bit. I said, fuck, I got to get up. I got to move. I've been laying in this bed pretty much for like 26 hours, minus about 4. Just I held on the dresser and shit, took my time and got up, got out of bed, and went to the bathroom 10 feet away and turned on the water, got warm, and kind of wiped my face and went, but hanging on with one hand to the counter, like, what the fuck am I going to get? Like, I'm like, fuck, I actually don't feel too bad. What the shit? I said, this is 2:30 in the afternoon after just fucking still just crap, like 8:30 in the morning. What in the fuck? I don't feel too bad, but I ain't getting in a hurry. So I got to wash my face off, and I need to turn on my pot of coffee that was half full and then reheat it. I remember that. I'm like, shit. And I got one of these. I said, I'm not feeling totally awful. I'm waiting for the fucking shit to make me dizzy and knock my ass again. I got one of these, thermometer and shit. I'm like, fuck, I don't feel that awfully bad all of a sudden. What the hell's going on here? Another game? And I took my temperature, and instead of around